Hello everyone, in this video we are going to see the T flip-flop. So actually in the previous video we have seen the JK flip-flop and today we are going to see the T flip-flop. So there is a very little bit change in T flip-flop and JK flip-flop because we are going to obtain the T flip-flop from the JK flip-flop. So here is the logic diagram of JK flip-flop, and if we want to convert this JK flip-flop into T flip-flop, then we have to short the two inputs of JK, so it will become T flip-flop. So T stands for toggle flip-flop. Okay, so in some applications there is a requirement that the output should be toggled. Toggled means what? Toggle means 0 to 1 or 1 to 0. Okay, so this transition will occur when the clock pulse will be applied to the flip-flop. Okay, so T stands for toggle. So what if the T input is 0, then the outputs will remain same, and if the T will become 1, logic 1, then the Qn or Qn bar will change its position or transition. Okay, so let us see how does this logic diagram works. Okay, so starting with the truth table to understand the working principles of the T flip-flop. So as we know that any flip-flop works on the basis of clock. So here we are considering the rising edge clock. Okay, rising edge means we are considering logic 1 here, and T is the single input, so single bit input is available. That means two combinations are available, that is either 0 or 1, right? And actually we don't know what is the present state of Qn. So present state of Qn is unknown, so we consider here don't care for both these two cases, and we are considering clock signal as logic 1, that means rising edge. So actually this up arrow indicates low to high transition. Okay, now our job is to find out the next state of the output. Okay, currently we know the Qn or Qn bar, so our job is to find out what will be the next state of output, Qn or Qn bar. Okay, so let us start with the first condition, that is when T equal to 0. So first condition, when T equals to 0, then what will happen? Consider clock equal to 1. Okay, so 1 will be available at this input, at this second input, and T is equal to 0, that means the first input will become 0, and here will also be 0. Now what about this third inputs of G1 and G2? So here I have just named as G1, G2, G3 and G4 for the NAND gates. Okay, because these are the gates. Now, so as we know that the NAND gates output will become 1 if any input is 0. So here 1, if any input is 0 of NAND gate, then output will become 1. Okay, so no need to see the other input states. Directly you can write here 1, that is the output of NAND gate, that is the equation of NAND gate. Now coming forward about G3 and G4, what will happen? So here this logic 1 is applied to G3 input, and this again one more logic 1 is applied to input of G4. Okay, now we have to obtain Qn plus 1 and here Qn plus 1 bar. So these are the two next states of output, but actually we don't calculate both this Qn plus 1 and Qn plus 1 bar, because if you know what is the state of Qn, then obviously the complementary state should be of Qn bar. Okay, so that's why there is not required to obtain both the output states. Okay, in case if you don't if you will not get any constant value, that is 0 or 1, hard coded 0 or 1, in that case only you have to go for the other output of T flip flop. Okay, so coming to this point, Qn plus 1, that has to be obtained. So Qn plus 1 is equal to what? Qn plus 1 will be what? 1 and with Qn bar, 1 and with Qn bar, bubble indicates whole bar. Okay, so this indicates 1 dot Qn bar is equal to Qn bar, and this is whole bar is equal to what? Qn. Okay, now as I told you that if you don't get any value here, then only you have to go for the other output state, that is Qn plus 1 bar. Okay, now let us go for next output state of next other output state. So Qn plus 1 bar is equal to what? Again 1 dot Qn whole bar is equal to what? Qn bar. Okay, so in this equation also we didn't get any value, so that means the next output states will be the present states, whatever it may be, whatever it will be, the present state will be the next output state when the T is equal to 0. Okay, so here in this truth table I will write the next output state will be Qn, that is no change, that is no change. Okay, now let's go for the second case, that is when T equal to 1. Second case, T equal to 1. Okay, so when T equal to 1, this input will be changed to 1, 1, 1 and 1. All right, now this outputs of G1 and G2 will also be changed. Okay, so if one input is unknown and all other output inputs are known and those are 1, then we can directly say that whatever input is available at this point, that will be complemented at the output of NAND gate. So here what is the state on this line? So that is Qn bar. Okay, so Qn bar is coming on this line. Qn bar is coming on this line, and if this is Qn bar, the output of NAND gate will be Qn, because all other inputs are 1, 1. Okay, and similar to this gate we can write here G2. So Qn is coming on this line and here the Qn is coming. Okay, and what will be the output of G2? It's Qn bar, because all other inputs are 1, 1. Okay, so we will get the complementary version of the remaining input. Okay, now if you put here Qn equal to say 0, if Qn equal to 0, okay, then what will happen? Qn bar will be, Qn bar is equal to 1. So I am talking about this Qn and Qn bar, not of this output state, but I am talking about the G1 output and G2 output. Okay, so I'll write here G1 output will be 0, then G2 output will be 1. Okay, so this is in bracket, right? Now let's consider if Qn equal to 0, then what will be the Qn plus 1? Okay, if Qn equal to 0, then Qn plus 1 will be what? Qn plus 1 will be 0, 0 dot Qn bar whole bar is equal to what? So 0 dot anything is what? 0. So 0 bar is equal to what? 1. 0 bar equal to 1. Okay, so here we have got the value, that is hard coded value, so no need to find out the Qn plus 1 whole bar. Okay, now let us consider if the Qn equal to 1, that means I am talking about G1 equal to 1. Okay, So in that case, if Qn is equal to 1, then what will happen? So if you know, if any input of NAND gate is 1, then it is hard to find out, it is difficult to find out what will be the output of the NAND gate, because the exact output is dependent on the other input of NAND gate. Okay, so here we cannot obtain the value. So that's why what we will do, we will just come to this part, that is we will come to the G2 part. Okay, so if Qn equal to 1, then Qn bar will be 0. So I am talking about this part, and for this line I have taken this way, that means G1 path. Okay, and for this statement I am considering this G2 and G4 path, because if any input of NAND gate is 0, then I can directly write the output, that is hard coded 1, and that's why it will become easier for us to obtain the hard coded value. Okay, if the input is 1, if this case is considered for this first path, then you cannot say that the output will be 1 or 0, because the output is dependent on the other input. So that's why consider this path for Qn bar equal to 0. Okay, directly we can write there. So Qn bar equal to 0, then we can write the equation for Qn plus 1 whole bar. So Qn plus 1 whole bar is equal to what? 0 dot Qn. 0 dot Qn whole bar is equal to 1. So here we have obtained Qn plus 1 whole bar equal to 1, which implies Qn plus 1 is equal to 0, because the two outputs are complement of each other. So this implies, therefore Qn plus 1 must be equal to 0. From this I am taking from this. Okay, now here if you observe these statements, then you will find when I considered here Qn equal to 0, okay, then we got Qn plus 1 equal to 1, and when we considered Qn equal to 1 here, okay, so that time I got Qn plus 1 equal to 0. Okay, so here we have got complemented output when t equal to 1. Okay, so here I can write Qn bar. Okay, so I hope you understood this truth table. So our next step is we have to find out the output equation. Okay, so from this truth table we can just expand this truth table as when t equal to, so this condition is called toggle. Okay, so I will write this side. So when t, Qn and Qn plus 1, so when t equals to 0 and Qn equal to don't care, that means whatever Qn is available during t equal to 0, the same Qn will be the next state of output. Okay, so if Qn during t equal to 0, if Qn equal to 0, then Qn plus 1 will also be 0, and if Qn equal to 1, then Qn plus 1 will also be 1. Okay, so this is in case of the first when t equal to 0. And what about the second case, when t equal to 1 and if Qn equal to 0, then output or the next state will be toggled, and if Qn equal to 1, then Qn plus 1 will be 0, that is toggle case. Okay, now in this from this truth table we have to draw the K map, okay, to find out the output equation. So here how to draw the K map? So if the output is 1, in that case we have to take or we have to consider only those input combinations to find out the output equation. So for which cases the Qn plus 1 is equal to 1, only the two cases, that is when t equal to 0 qn equal to 1, when t equal to 1 qn equal to 0. So for these two cases the qn plus 1 has been 1. So from this truth table we will draw the k map. So as we have the two inputs, that is t and qn 0 1. Okay, so when t equal to 0 and qn equal to 1, t equal to 0 and qn equal to 1, so write here 1. Next is t equal to 1 qn equal to 0, t equal to 1 and qn equal to 0, so write here 1. Okay, so for this the grouping is done diagonal, okay, like this. So diagonal grouping, which means diagonal grouping means it is the XOR operation. Okay, so output will be, or qn plus 1 will be the XOR of t and qn. So t XOR qn will be the next state of toggle flip-flop. Okay, so here I hope you understood this logic diagram, that is of t flip-flop, the simple truth table, this equations and final equation of t flip-flop. Okay, so if you have any queries, any doubt, then you can please write in the comment box. If you liked this video, then please click on like button and also share with your friends. And if you are new to this channel, then please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.